What's up guys, this is Keith Kelvis, and in this video I want to talk about integrity and calibrating to your prospect, to your customer. And first, I want to talk about integrity and why it's so important, and why you, in getting your own business off the ground, must have integrity, or you will fail and you will burn in flames immediately. What is integrity? Integrity means your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all in alignment. Your worth is your word, and your word is your worth. A man in this world has two things: his word and his balls, and that's true. So if you tell somebody you're going to do something, you do it, and you do it on time, and you get it done. When you do that, you develop a character. And when people see that you have character, the word spreads like wildfire, because today, most men, most people in general don't have any character. They don't have any integrity. And that's why you're going to have integrity. So if you tell a customer on the phone, I'll be there at 6 o'clock to give you an estimate, you show up at 5:55. You're there at 6 o'clock. When you walk the property with them and they say, how soon can you get it done after you give them a quote, I want you to look at your schedule. What I do is actually, you know your smartphone has that calendar in there? Use that calendar like crazy. Don't mess with all the paper and all the paper calendars. I tried all that. It doesn't work for me. It's just another mess. I'll talk about it in another video. But use the calendar. Use a way, find a way so you can be on schedule. If it's Tuesday at 6 o'clock, you be there at Tuesday at 6 o'clock and you get the job done. So, and when you do that and you're even more poignant and on time and than your customer is, then that really shows something. So have integrity and do what you're going to say. Integrity also comes along with being honest and having high ethics. So just do it. Get it done. Now, calibrating to your customer, that's really important too. I'm going to tell a personal story. When I was first getting my business off the ground, I was calibrating, since I was in fear and I was desperate to get any work that I possibly could. I was finding customers that were low-paying, paranoid people who could barely afford to get landscaping done, because so they would call me. And for some reason, water seeks its own level. So I'd be working my ass off for these people, making peanuts, and they'd still be paranoid when they'd be paying me, and I was running around in circles like a chicken with my head cut off trying to make $1. And then once I started to attract more high-profile customers in more ritzier areas, people with money that just wanted their landscaping done and didn't care what it costed, they just wanted a good high-quality job, I didn't know how to calibrate completely to that customer. So imagine this. On Monday, you do a job for a customer who is paranoid, and you'll see what I mean when you get going. And they have very little money to work with, and you gotta like accommodate their budget and do the best you can to get the job done and still make a couple dollars and hope they refer you. And then on Tuesday, you're doing a job for a freaking multi-millionaire who just wants his landscaping done and he doesn't care what it costs. Now, this is what happened to me. I was still in the mindset and the mind frame of the person on Monday who I was happy just to make $100 off the job, and then on Tuesday I get hired by somebody who is say a multi-millionaire, so to speak, and this person didn't care. They just wanted it done. Now I'm sitting here trying to like accommodate to their budget and tell them that, you know, I didn't know that they were wealthy, but I'm talking about how I can save them money and just acting in that way. And I really shot myself in the foot, because as upon building that relationship, I learned that, oh, I don't need to be that way. I can actually receive profit here. I can make room in my life to actually move up and give myself a raise. Now, I'm not talking about taking advantage of your customers, because if you ever get that gut feeling that you're taking advantage, they're going to get the gut feeling too that you're taking advantage of them, and that's just not right. But if you do a good high quality job and you have integrity and character, and your word is your worth, your worth is your word, you do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, and you do a very high quality work with high business ethic, then you totally deserve to get paid well for what you do. So When you align those two things up, you'll start to calibrate to higher profile prospects and clients. You'll start to attract higher profile clients that pay a lot more because they've been through all that. They've been through crummy, cheesy companies that just basically don't do high quality work, and they're willing to pay more, substantially a lot more, because they want high quality. So you're going to be that guy who does the best quality every single time, and you're just spot on with your integrity, and you're going to raise your prices too. But say on Wednesday you go back to another customer that is like I said on Monday, you're going to have to change that and then go back to accommodating their budget. Now, I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater and just dump all the low-paying customers. You can't do that. Beggars can't be choosers. You can't be picky in the beginning. And I'm still not picky, because sometimes you get a big, good, high-paying job, or you get a high-paying client, and a lot of times you get low-paying clients. And everything just works itself out. But I just want to say, think about what I said there, because it's really important to shut off your own thinking module, shut off what's going on in your head and how you feel about it, because that's the problem I had, and just really calm yourself before. Here's a good exercise. Before I go to a quote, and I don't do this anymore because it's just like second nature, but before I go to a quote, especially if it's like a mansion and you know it's going to be a big job, sit in your truck for a minute, close your eyes, take a deep breath, just calm your thoughts. Get totally present. And then listen. When you walk up to that customer, you ask higher quality questions, you're more present and in tune, and you listen to them. You feel that customer out. Who is my customer? And then you just get that gut feeling of what direction to take it. So that's what I mean. You calibrate specifically to each customer, because it's not about you, it's about them. And when you make it about them and you create the most amount of value as possible and you give that away to people, you will be compensated more than fairly for it. So, that's my video. Keith Kalfas, the employee landscape, employee trap. Ditch your boss and start your own business, because one more thing. When you have a job, I'm serious about this. When you have a job, you're trapped. Because if you lose that job or get fired, you're done. You got to look for another job. When you own your own business, especially a service business, and you have 100 clients, that's like having 100 jobs. Now, I'm not saying, take that for granted, but if one customer fires you or lets you go, you got 99 more, and now you've got room for another one, or for 5 more, for 10 more. There's more security in owning your own business than there ever was in a job. Well, not ever was, because back in the 50s, people worked in factories and things like that. But the business world is now opening up. So, it's the age of the entrepreneur, and go out and get it done.